Thank you, Ben and Joel. Thank you very much. Happy Father's Day, right? Thank you. So if any of you have a father, would you please stand up? The way I figure out Mother's Day and Father's Day, it's what's happening in front of Albertsons or Walmart or Walgreens. And I took a picture this morning of so Mother's Day is roses or flowers and candy, right? So this is Father's Day today. Little grills that you can barbecue on. This thing with beer, a little basket of beer with some nuts in it. This Gentleman Jack whiskey combination thing. Windshield Wonder thing that you can wash your car window with. And for $18.99, a whole case of Budweiser beer. So if that's how you read Father's Day, it's kind of interesting how the culture sends a message to us. But really, I spent the whole week thinking about Father's Day. Because just like on Mother's Day, it's a little bit of a sad day for me. And so I had to think a lot about what it means and where I am with my dad, who lives in Cathedral City. And I remember back to January, he had a close call driving, and he decided to give up his driver's license. And I told a couple of you that experience, and it was really a moving father experience for me to be with my father and go down to the DMV and go through that process, because he was giving up a big part of himself. And so my focus on dads, I guess, because I'm older now, is my dad, and I lose sight of the fact that there are many young fathers out there who are raising families. And by the time I got to the middle of the week thinking about this, it occurred to me I should shift my focus and see the love and challenges that young fathers have. So I know we don't have a lot of young fathers in our congregation. I'm looking around. We're all we've got a young father here. Eric, thanks for being here. With great kids. And we have another young father here. I think somebody's pointing out. Great. So great, fantastic. So really the life of fatherhood, the energy of being a dad, is your whole life. That energy of giving and nurturing and being a guide and a mentor and a light is in every one of us, and it's our whole lives. But sometimes we're put on the spot and have to deliver. And if we have kids, we have a big commitment to being with our children and raising our children. And for mothers and fathers, it's just a cherished experience. And so today I feel full of that love and gratitude that there are young dads out there that are making their way through raising beautiful children. And when I started in Science of Mind 25 years ago, you didn't see a lot of young families in Science of Mind. But when we go to Asilomar in a few weeks, who's going to Asilomar? Just a couple hands. Beautiful experience in Monterey. We'll get a chance to see a lot of young parents there. They bring their kids. And it lifts me up. It makes me really excited about the unfolding part of life. I couldn't help but buy some Father's Day cards. And I'll give my dad one today, and I have extras in case anyone needs any. But I thought I would just read a couple here. This is a certificate for the world's greatest dad, the world's best dad, right? So if anyone needs that at the end, if you want to do that. And it says, a certificate for the world's best dad. Some dads are understanding. Some dads are really strong. Some dads are really good listeners. Some help when things go wrong. Some dads are very famous for the things that they do. But why are you the world's best dad? Why? Because you are you. I thought that was sweet. Now, isn't that interesting? I can go to the card aisle and capture a lot of feelings of... this one I won't read, but it's a Father's Day card. It says, Dad, on Father's Day, I'd like to share a few little thoughts with you. It's really cute. And so there's a little card there, and then a little one inside that, and a little one inside that, and a little one inside that. I'd have to put my glasses on, so I'm not going to do it. If you need that one. This one, this is What is a Hero? I'll just read the cover. It says, there are men in this world we look up to, but not in some big hall of fame. They're down-to-earth dads with everyday lives, but they are men we admire all the same. And it goes on to, there's a nice little couple of passages in this card. It's a beautiful card. And then this is for our daddy. Daddies like to tickle you silly. Daddies are the best huggers. Daddies are way cool. Daddies are sneaky snackers. And they always like to sneak snacks for you. I thought that was cute, right? And then one more. Dad, because I know I can be a stinker. I thought that was cute. Anyway, if you need a Father's Day card, they're up here. Okay. So really, for all the fathers here, I'm not going to make you stand and embarrass you, but I think everybody here feels, just as I do, that you are owed the greatest gratitude for the service that you do in bringing up whoever the children are in your lives, whether they're an extended family or very close family. The greatest gratitude goes out to each and every one of you. So how about we'll just applaud to our dads. Okay. Now I'm kind of mad at Kim because she didn't get into fatigue. So we're reading the Science of Mind textbook each day, and one of our great teachers rearranged the whole textbook, so the reading every day is not in the order of the textbook. And you can see my Science of Mind textbook. I really use my book a lot, and not just for classes, but for my own use. And I mark a lot of things that I want to go back to. And when I go back to them the second time, I take the Post-it note out, so I kind of have a little system. And so we're reading, and a lot of the reading that's been happening in the last couple of weeks is about physical healing. I don't know if any of you have drawn that awareness. And I actually think physical healing in our philosophy is one of the hardest things today. And it's my own personal observation first as a student and in my own life, and then as a practitioner and now as a minister, that people seem to have a lot of struggle with physical healing. The emotional healing, the spiritual healing, the relationship healing, the financial healing, we seem to be able to do that for some reason a lot more readily in our lives. It's probably because we're really smart now and we're analytical and we understand the pieces and the parts and the puzzles to the situations in our lives. And so we can see a relationship problem and get right on it, start to treat exactly the right way for healing of the relationship issue and work at it and start to see results and actually watch the healing, or spiritual healing, or an emotional healing, even financial. Some of you experience huge financial things going on in your lives with real estate and jobs and family stuff, and you put your mind to the financial and you can start to see spirit working through you and things start to unfold. The path to resolving things start to show up. You start to feel a sense of faith and knowingness that in those areas of your life the right things are unfolding and you work them. But the physical is so challenging. We just finished a class here called the Mind-Body Connection. Some of you were in the class with me. And we did a little discussion about physical healing. And even the issue of healing a cold, like a flu. Some people in the class said when they saw a flu coming, it was simple to know exactly what to do in consciousness. And they know that they would avert that flu, it would be meaningless and gone. Or, better yet, know exactly what to do in their consciousness and never have it arrive, right? But some in the class said as soon as that cold arrives, they're down and out. And no matter how many practitioners they go to and how much mental and spiritual work they do, they're going to live that cold for 6 weeks. And they recognized that obstacle in the physical healing. We even talked about some physical healing that seems impossible today, like if you lose a limb or you lose vision. And today it might seem impossible that there could be a physical healing unto you, that your body could heal itself of something that appears to be very dramatic or impossible. But we came to the realization as we evolve in our knowledge and science and technology, I think the whole class came to the realization that maybe nothing is actually impossible. That it's just not maybe possible this moment because we can't conceive it or believe it, or the technology in our experience hasn't arrived there yet. But there will come a day in the human belief system that we can heal everything through science, through treatment, through physical workings in our own body. But the physical healing part seems